This is the second round of matches. Missed the red by quite a distance. Hasn't left anything on for his opponent that one could consider as being easy. So interesting to see how Mohammed will be performing in this match. He came through the qualifying rounds. Ricky is the seeded player. Blue now in a very awkward position. Always favorable for the blue to be right in the middle of the table. Always a go-to ball when running into trouble, or if you need to move the cue ball from the top to the bottom or vice versa. Right-hand side of the table wide open, but that is a foul called. How is that? Touching the brown ball with his cue, pushing the brown into the corner pocket. Some good skill there, but definitely not planned. Right-hand side of the table wide open, but he still manages to run into the blue. Wanted to get the cue ball back into safety in the bulk area. Again, nothing on for Mohammed to go for, so just trying to get that cue ball back safe. It looks quite good. How's his luck? Can he end up behind the blue? That is a wonderful shot. Cuts off a lot of the options for Ricky. Over on our other stream, we've got Kyashan Moodley against Sylvan Moodley. This is a race to 3 best out of 5. The match is limited to 2 hours. Very good shot being played by Mohammed, leaving the cue ball behind the blue. The pink also cutting off a lot of the options for Ricky. So options now for Mohammed. Reds to the bottom right, go-to option. Can get position to play the pink to the middle as well. Not as planned, but could still work for Mohammed. Currently on 5 points with the lead. Lead only 2. This is early stages in this match. Missing the pink quite a distance. But at least the ball. Oh, great shot there by Ricky. Red to the corner pockets. Brown to the corner pocket, gets out of the bulk area. So as I said there, Ricky is the seeded player, so he was guaranteed, as he is seeded within the top 8, to get a position in this HAL Cup. And his opponent, Mohammed Suleiman, played in the HAL Mini Qualifier. He won that, got a spot in the HAL Main Qualifier, of which there's a total of 8, which makes up the remaining 8 spots for this top 16. Makes the red to the bottom left has Ricky, and he's on options for both the pink and black. So a change of venue for Pro Snooker. We have been in Durban for quite some time. Oh, an unexpected miss there by Ricky. He would have wanted to make that ball. And we've now moved venue. We are now at the beautiful Centurion Mall, which is some great excitement for the players, a lot of foot traffic. And Centurion Mall, over 220 stores to choose from. And a great venue for these players and some exposure to the great sport of snooker. So a big thank you to Centurion Mall for hosting us. And since I'm saying thank you, how can I go any further without saying thank you to our sponsors? HAO, the main sponsor for this event, based over in China. They manufacture Q-tips as well as cues for various disciplines. Exceptional quality and endorsed by Shane Van Boning, amongst some other well-known professional players. So a big thank you to HAO for forming the partnership with Pro Snooker in hosting this event, the HAO Cup 2022. You can see their logo there at the top of your screen. So please do go and visit them online, see what they've got to offer. And they're also stocked from various suppliers in South Africa. Speaking of the sponsors, we also do have Andy Billiard Cloth. Big thank you to them for joining us as well. That's the cloth that they are playing on, and it was also the official cloth of the World Games that took place not too long ago. So definitely an exceptional standard of cloth, and speaking to the players, very happy with the consistency that they're getting. You can see that some of them do need to adjust a little bit. The table is playing quite quickly, but definitely gives way to some entertaining snooker. So looking forward to see how these players adjust on the new cloth. So a big thank you to Andy Billiard Cloth for joining us as well. And then My Day Brands, the official refreshment sponsor of all the Pro Snooker events. Thank you to them for joining us as well. A lot of movement on the red balls. Is he going to get fortunate? Where's that cue ball going to end up? Oh, he's again left options here for Mohammed on the reds. You can play the red to the middle pockets. You can also play the red to the top right corner. Let's see if Mohammed can settle down. Again, you can just see there the speed of that draw shot coming a little bit too much. It's going to be tough queuing over the blue. His hand also quite close to the rail. So opting to rather play for the brown, which I believe was his intended ball. A little bit of a containing pot there, but the red is onto the middle pocket for Ricky. Unsuccessful by Ricky. Bottom left corner is obscured by 3 reds. Otherwise it would have been a reasonably easy opener. And then the black and the brown is also obstructing the bottom right. So Ricky getting a little bit fortunate. Where is that red ending up? So red option to the middle pocket for Ricky, but both players battling a little bit with making shots. Very close. Much better effort there by Ricky Trigoni. Ricky remaining mindful of where he's leaving the cue ball. Over on our second stream, Kiyoshin Moodley against Selvin Moodley. Scores in favor of Kiyoshin at the moment, 37 points to 18. Kiyoshin still at the table. He's just missed the red, so this will bring Selvin Moodley to the table. Very good attempt by Mohammed. This is a bit of trouble for for Mohammed, asked to play that shot again. Mr. Stefan Steenekamp, the match official. You can see they're just making sure both players are happy with where the cue ball is placed. Fine cut on the red. It's still safe. Can't go. Is Ricky going to try and attempt the lone red to the bottom left? Does, and he makes it. Overran the cue ball, but does have options for both brown and black. One would feel they'll definitely go for the black. It is also the easier shot. Also get the cue ball back to safety, which he does. Almost too safe. Oh, collusion there by Ricky, which he wanted to avoid, wanted to bring the cue ball back into the bulk area. Red and pink getting in the way. Ricky leading currently 21 points to 13. Still early stages as both players are trying to find their feet. Deliberately playing the cue ball back into bulk. So if he misses the red, which he did, cue ball at least at distance to the remaining reds. Oh, unfortunate there by Ricky. Makes legal contact with the red. However, kicking the black into the middle pocket. See, playing the combination shot here. Makes a hash of that. Ricky giving a lot of opportunities to his opponent, Mohammed. Has a reasonably easy shot for the red to the right middle. Also has a cut shot for the red to the bottom left, which he's attempting to go for now. Overcut that as he left it on for Ricky. He'll be very lucky if he has the black coming to save the day. Red to the middle, left middle for Ricky. Hits the jaw, comes out. Both players struggling. Scores over on our second stream on table 2. Kyashin with a 1-0 lead over Sylvan. And Kyashin back at the table. Made his opening red and is onto the black. So Kyashin making quick work of that first frame. Another combination shot here by Mohammed. Makes a hash of that one as well. Ricky needs to make this red. He needs to find his feet. Again, missing by quite a distance. Mohamed taking on another difficult shot. Doesn't make it. And this is a golden opportunity for Ricky now. Will need to make use of the rest, which he's grabbed now. He really needs to make sure of this red. There we go. Red going down. No easy color. A lot closer on that pink to the middle pockets. Hits the jaw, comes out. So safety opportunity here for Mohamed if he just wants to play the red off the rail and try and keep the cue ball close to the pink. So, safety pot here. If he makes it, great. If he doesn't, he just wants the cue ball to be safe. Hits the jaw, doesn't go down. Can't capitalize is Mohamed. All the reds now in clusters on the left-hand side of the table. Difficult for both players. Overcuts. Easy red now for Mohamed. Can he get position? Yeah, he can see the pink. But does he opt to rather again play safe? The reds are in a terrible position. So he's going to try and hide behind the yellow ball, which he's done. Ricky asked to open up the reds for Mohamed. Can Ricky find a response to contain Mohamed? Looks like he's missed it.
Well, miss.
Just coming to an agreement as to exactly where that cue ball was placed. Contact made with the red now. Very close encounters so far. Both players still struggling to gain momentum. Cue ball trying to get in behind the pink and green. Unsuccessful. All the reds to the left-hand side, definitely not conducive for attacking play. If you make a red, it's going to be tough to get on to the next one. Bit of aggression being shown by Mohamed there. Trying to bring out one of the reds, playing it to the middle pockets. That's a good shot played by Ricky, but no luck for him. I don't. Can he get past the brown to play the black? If he can't, he'll be very unlucky. Looks like he can get to the black. Stays out though. Very tough, these steel block tables to play on. At least now the balls are a little bit better, but it's going to take a lot of work still to decide the winner of the first frame. Still only 2 points in between the two players. Ricky just playing to develop the balls a little bit. Doesn't want to give Mohammed an easy opener. Mohammed only leading by 2 points. Very similar shot being played by Mohammed. Again, just playing the red, bringing the cue ball back down to the bottom of the table, which he's done. You can see how fast these tables are. Didn't play that hard, but the cue ball traveled. Underhit that actually a little bit. Would have loved to leave Mohammed frozen against the bottom jaw. Oh, sorry, the bottom rail. Very close, did well to bring the cue ball back. Again, playing the red on the rail, doesn't play to pot it, just wants to bring the cue ball back to where it was, but hits the jaw, loses a lot of its speed, can't get all the way back down. It's close. Red's moving from the left-hand side now to the right-hand side. Not a very good shot being played there by Ricky now. Options are plenty for Mohammed. Just needs to make a couple of balls. One would expect at this level that either the red to the top right or the red to the middle. There we go on the pink. So at least 2 reds up for grabs here for Mohammed. Try and get a lead of sorts. So this tactical exchange, Mohammed coming out on top. So play started at 11:30. Match is allowed 2 hours. It is a best out of 5 race to 3. It is the Hull Cup. We are live at Centurion Mall. So if anyone is watching, please feel free to come and join us. Come and support these players. It's always good to see an audience at these events. There's no tickets. You just come through, come and watch, and come and enjoy. We are live here, as I said, at the Centurion Mall. Lovely atmosphere, and you can come and see these impressive tables. It is really, really tough to play on these tables. If you see it in person, you'll completely understand why. Nice shot to the middle. Break of 13 now for Mohammed. He's on the black as well. This is a tough shot. Makes it. Break extended to 20. Just overcut that red. Would have loved to continue the break, but the lead is now, if we're looking at these players struggling quite a bit, 22 lead is quite a thing to overcome for Ricky. He'll definitely want to compose himself, and that is exactly how you would do that. Beautiful shot being played by Ricky. How's his position? Overran it. Just rolling up to this black now, leaving Mohammed in trouble. We saw in the first round of matches, getting out of these snookers off the rails quite tricky. Players not used to these tables. Let's see how Mohammed does. You can see there, missed it by quite a distance, at least 3 or 4 balls. See if he can adjust to playing off the rail, so try and get closer. The blues are obviously of concern as well. Going around the left hand side is blocked off by the black unless he opts to go 2 rails, which I don't see him doing. Again, almost missed that. Well, definitely missed that even further, because the previous shot he actually made contact with the yellow. Now he's missed the yellow on the long side, so it means he missed the red by even more. That is a bit closer. Ricky happy to remain seated while Mohammed figures this out as he closes in on the gap. That looks quite good. Oh, no. Still not there. Players are really battling, getting out of snookers off the rail. Over on our second stream, Kyasha Moodley looking good and entertaining the viewers with some great looking shots there. Again, that's missing. Doesn't look like Mohammed's getting any closer. So 2-0 up for Kyasha Moodley against Selvan Moodley. Flying through only 30 minutes and he only needs 1 more frame. Again, no luck for Mohammed. Ricky's now taken the lead. showing his experience, leaving that cue ball in behind that black, and Mohammed really struggling. Again, that's nowhere close. Again, Ricky happy to send Mohammed back. And it's all down to playing on these new tables with these rails and trying to figure out why it's opening up the angle so much and how to counter that. That was probably his closest attempt, but you can see some frustration creeping in for Mohammed here. Lead now 12 points to Ricky. And sure, is he going to make? Oh, so close. Almost on the second come around, but not improving. Should take the scores to 61. It does. Can see the frustration has now set in for Mohammed. He's just not figuring out these rails. Question would be is if Ricky is left with an easy shot for the red to the middle, will he take it, or is he happy to just remain seated and let the frustration build for Mohammed? (69 to 45). Mohammed asked to play the shot again. Lead is 24 at the moment. 35 on the table. Made contact, but he scratched the cue ball. Wow. How unlucky is that for Mohammed? Finally made contact with that red, but scratches the cue ball in the middle pocket. He'll not be a happy customer. At least now Mohammed has a clear shot on the red. Or is he going to leave Ricky with anything? Not really. But the problem now for Mohammed is, as well as that black, which he'll definitely need, as well as the yellow, is in a very tough spot. Very difficult to make it of the positions in which they find themselves right now, the black and yellow. Is he lucky though, because that red is ominously close to hanging over the pocket. Yellow coming off the rail at least for Mohammed. Ricky back to the table. Pink close to going down in that middle pocket. A little bit of fortune now for Mohammed. That red is cuttable to the top left. Makes it. Is this the turning point here for Mohammed? Can he capitalize? Options for both pink and blue, as well as the green. Pink is the high valued ball at 6 points, and also easier to get position onto the yellow. However, does miss the pink, so Ricky now has to play for the yellow. No more reds left on the table. Nice shot on the yellow to get position onto the green. Needs the extension as well as the long rest to get to this green. If Ricky can make this green, one would be safe to assume that he takes the first frame. Does make the green, and he's on the brown. Brown to guarantee the frame. Does lovely on the blue. So great choice made by Ricky to leave the cue ball in behind the black. Definitely won him this frame and also frustrated his opponents. Doesn't care too much about this pink, just plays it. Mohammed remains seated, 1-0 for Ricky. As we wait for Mr. Stefan Steenekamp just to get ready. A big thank you to our sponsors, How over from China, our tips and cues, absolutely exceptional quality. And speaking of quality, the Andy Billiard cloth, the cloth that we're playing over on this How Cup 2022. It is now the official cloth for all pro snooker events, and as well as the cloth being used over in the World Games that took place not too long ago over in Poland, and as well as My Day Brands. They are the refreshment sponsor of the pro snooker events. Mr. Diamudi, thank you so much for everything that you guys are doing for the sport. Really appreciate it. Mr. Stefan Steenekamp just getting the balls ready. I am taking a quick 2-minute breather. I'll be back shortly, and we'll continue with the commentary throughout. If you want to view our other match, that is the second stream. It is our table 2, Kiyashin Woodley against Selvin Woodley. Scores currently 2-0 in favor of Kiyashin. The frame points is currently 17 points to Selvin, just making the black there, leaving himself out of position for his next red, but it's 17 points to 13. We're getting frame number 2 underway on table number 1, and a big mistake by Ricky. Ladies and gents, I'll be back in 2 minutes to continue with the commentary. Thank you so much. Right, so joining you once again live, it is the second frame of the second round of matches for the Hal Cup 2022. You are watching the live action between Ricky Tregoning and Mohammed Suleiman. Ricky winning the first frame, wise decision made, leaving the cue ball in behind the black, frustrating Mohammed Suleiman. Multiple attempts, finally came right, made contact with the red, but too little too late. First frame being awarded to Ricky. Ricky also in the lead as it stands right now, 9 points to 4 in frame number 2. Our second stream, Kiyashin Moodley up against the gentleman whose birthday it is today, Mr. Sullivan Ridley. Kiyashin not being very friendly with giving Sullivan an early birthday present, but all of these players in this Hal Cup very competitive. Nice red to the bottom right. Struggling with cue ball control though. Wanted to get onto that blue. Nice shot on the blue. Doesn't leave himself with anything easy though. Needs the rest. And play for the two reds on the right hand side. Will probably play for the lowest one and try and work the cue ball around the back of the cluster of reds back to safety. Goes for the front red. But he's left an opportunity now for Ricky, an easy red to the middle. Easy position on the blue. Slightly overran it though, but he can get position for the red at the top of the table. Rolling the cue ball up towards the red at the top of the table by the brown. Not an easy shot this for Ricky. Both players are still finding their feet. It's going a little bit better than it did in the first frame. Makes the red. Into the middle. Hits the jaw, stays out, and he's now left Mohammed with a great opportunity with the red to the bottom right. But both players struggling with cue ball control, so we'll probably try and get back up for the blue. Overrunning it. Will he be aggressive and run this cue ball into the cluster of reds, opening them up? Irrespective, doesn't make the blue. Both players giving their opponents great opportunities to get into building a hefty break. Neither able to capitalize just yet. Only 5 points the difference in frame number 2. Makes the red onto the pink. Makes the pink to the middle. Ricky wants to maintain this momentum.
7.
What has he left himself with? Has the pink spoiled the party as it goes back onto its spot? Has. Great shot by Ricky. He's on to the brown with a nice angle to get back towards the reds as well. Again, not perfect.
12.
Oh, lovely shot by Ricky.
13.
Stringing together a nice little break so far. Is he going to be aggressive? He is. Makes the green. Where is he going to leave this cue ball? Not ideal. I don't think he's got a gap between the pink and blue.
16.
At a break of 16. You would feel the break's going to come to an end now. Just containing shot here by Ricky. Underhit that completely. Cue ball nowhere close to ending back up in bulk, but fortunately for Ricky, not leaving Mohammed with anything obvious. He can cut the right hand red in that cluster of 3 reds. To not go for that, he would have collided with the red. So just playing a containing shot. Mohammed happy to be a little bit patient. Kyosin over on our second stream. It's just a couple of balls away of winning the match. And it's just under an hour. So making quick work. Mohammed missing the red to the top right. Patience is key here for Ricky. He doesn't want to leave Mohammed with an option to get in and amongst the balls with an easy opening shot. So again, just containing Mohammed, making sure he doesn't leave him with anything easy. No attempt being made by Mohammed to try and make that red, just all about getting that cue ball back to safety, avoiding the balls on the table as it makes its way to bulk. Ricky doing exactly the same, playing the patience game, waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. Now the player willing to try and pull the trigger and be aggressive. And a lovely shot by Mohammed Suleiman. He makes the red, gets the cue ball safe, or if he missed that red, but he didn't. This is the green. What's he going to leave Ricky with? A little bit fortunate there by Mohammed. Shot on. But will Ricky try and play the red to the bottom right? It'll send a cue ball to the top of the table, but does he just play it to get the cue ball safe, or will he be a little bit aggressive? A little bit aggressive, doesn't work out, but gets away with it. Completely misses the red.
Foul. Miss. Boom. The back. Yeah. Yeah. Ready.
Contact made now by Mohammed. I think he's left the red to the middle. This is the opportunity that Ricky's been waiting for. Just rolls it in. Options for blue and green. Blue the more difficult shot, but easier to get onto the next red. Makes the blue lovely shot by Ricky. Difference now 30 points. Makes the red. Playing for the pink, couldn't get onto the green. Doesn't make it. Mohammed rattling the red in the bottom left, stays out. One could almost say that it is time for Ricky to just try and be a little bit aggressive. Obviously, there's no obvious shot to try and be aggressive. Containing shot played by Ricky again. Just frustrating Mohammed, playing the patience game. Knows he's in the lead. We're reaching a 1 hour mark in this round number 2 of the last 16 in this HAL Cup. opportunity for Mohammed to play the red to the middle. Can also get the cue ball safe. Doubles it. Didn't expect him to double it, but it worked out really well for Mohammed as he's now left himself on the pink to the corner pocket. Does make the pink cue ball sent towards the red at the top of the table. So our match on stream number 2 has come to a conclusion. Kyashin Moodley with a convincing victory, 3-0 over Selvin Moodley. Congratulations to Kyashin making it through to the next round. Ricky with a great opportunity with an easy red. Very tough shot on this green, but it's the only ball that he can play to stay on the remaining red. This is a big shot for Ricky. If he can pull this off, he does. Wanted more of a reaction from the cue ball though. A reasonable lead by Ricky at the moment. He'd love to go 2-0 up. Red stays out. Will Mohammed be able to come up with a good safety? He wants to get a snooker here. We've seen in the previous matches that the players do battle to get out of these snookers on the new tables with the new cloth. Where has he left that red? That is a problem for Mohammed. This red is potable. It's very close to hanging over the pocket. Ricky would fancy himself to make this. He does, just stays down, strokes through nicely. Makes contact with the black though, so not ideal in terms of position. But at least he has taken the black off the rail. But not leaving it in a favorable position. Ping to the middle pocket, comes off the jaw and stays out. 29 points the difference between these two players. Snooker attempt by Mohammed Suleiman. Don't think that is successful. I think Ricky can still see this yellow. Ricky would love to get another opportunity to frustrate Mohammed once again, leaving him without a shot on the yellow. That's not the way to go about it though. Alright, safety by distance by Mohammed. Can see the yellow full ball, but cannot do anything with it. Good response though by Ricky. Sure, you can still see that yellow. He does. Or is he going to leave this on? Not really. Will Ricky try and follow through with the cue ball, leaving the cue ball behind the blue? That should do the trick. Let's see if Mohammed can now figure out these rails. Previous frame he had a lot of attempts to get out of a snooker. Making contact with the black there. That is trouble, trouble, trouble for Mohammed. Not only that, but he's also left a shot on for Ricky. Or has Mohammed made contact with that yellow? Didn't see Ricky's score going up. If he did make contact, it was minute. Clever shot being played there by Mohammed. Just rolling the cue ball towards the brown. Not too sure if Ricky planned it exactly like it played out. But an easy escape here. Wasn't even a snooker. Camera being a little bit deceptive. But it looks like Mohammed's going to get a little bit lucky now. How much of this yellow, if any, can Ricky see? Enough. Oh, fortune there for Mohammed. That is a foul.
Mohammed 7.
And over and above the points, 7 points being awarded by Mohammed for the foul on the black. The black is also now back on its spot. "29 points the difference."
Good ball.
Nominating the blue as a free ball. Lovely shot by Mohammed on the blue. Only counts as one though. Oh, sorry, it counts as the yellow. So 5 points. Now back to playing the yellow. Taking the cue ball to safety. How is this going to work out for Ricky? Should still be able to see a slither of the yellow ball. Apologies there for the break in commentary. As we see, Ricky has secured another frame, 2-0. So only one frame away from taking this match.
Mohammed's break.
So as we get frame number 3 underway, this could possibly be our last frame of this match if Ricky has his way. However, a very good break off by Mohammed. Nice shots to stay onto the black. No real position for his next red though. So he'll probably just come off of the red and try and get the cue ball in behind the black, or no, aggression shown by Mohammed there. Only one red that is out of the cluster, and that is the red that he's left Ricky on. It is a tough shot though. Unsuccessful attempt by Ricky, and I think he's going to leave a sitter here for, so close to going down, but he's left a sitter here for Mohammed. Great attempts being made there to try and pull the cue ball into that cluster of reds. Just not enough pace behind it to get enough of a reaction from that cluster. So containing shots again by Mohammed. Not ideal. Wants to leave the cue ball in behind the black. So easy response here by Ricky to get the cue ball into the bulk area. Playing the red back into the cluster. Mohammed now needs to be careful where he's going to leave this cue ball because of that red, and exactly that happens. He's left Ricky with a golden opportunity. Lovely shot played by Ricky onto the blue. Still a legal shot on the yellow, just came out of the actual pocket runner where the ball just goes and sits after it's been potted, so no issues there for Ricky. Back to playing and containing shots. Very aggressive shot being played by Ricky. That definitely did not pan out. Left Mohammed with an easy red to the bottom left. Mohammed just needs to now try and figure out how he's going to get position onto the black. It's okay. Cue ball ominously close to the top right corner pockets, but he's okay. Now with everything to play for, Mohammed is looking quite good.
Four. 5.
This is definitely looking a lot better by Mohammed. Ricky will need to pay attention here.
13.
How was that for a shot?
20.
Very nice break there by Mohammed. Wow, what a shot by Mohammed. Definitely looking quite good now. the fact that he's got nothing to lose maybe took off some pressure off of his shoulders, but he's definitely playing really well now. Look at that, also running into the cluster of reds. Is he going to be fortunate? Hasn't left himself anything easy, but this is definitely entertaining by Mohammed. Touching ball called by Mr. Stefan Steenekamp, the match official. So legal shot being played by Mohammed. He can just play away as long as he doesn't play and move the ball that he is touching. It'll be a legal shot. Beautiful red played by Ricky now. But a very big lead by Mohammed. Only about 35 minutes left in this match, so time could definitely be a factor if Mohammed can secure this frame. That is a great outcome there for Ricky. He needs to make this blue. Plays the blue.
Six.
Can we see Ricky close off this match in this visit? Some favorable reds. The pink is a problem ball though. Red stays out. It's a great opportunity for Ricky. Mohammed desperately wants another break of between 10, 15, 20. That's a good start to really put the screws in this frame. Give himself another look. He needs 3 frames in succession, but time will be a factor. But Mohammed definitely potting much better than he did in the first 2 frames. Looks like a completely different player. And he misses a shot that one would feel was very makeable. 37 points the difference, still more than enough balls on the table for Ricky to secure this match. But the way Mohammed has been playing might have an effect on how Ricky is feeling. Ricky, one could feel, is still the favorite though.
Six.
Much better by Ricky now. But the 3 remaining reds is a trouble. Left himself with a reasonable opportunity for the 2 reds here at the bottom of the table. Can also get onto the black. Playing the red to the right-hand side first. Stays out. Oh no, that is a problem for Ricky now. Can Mohammed get onto this black? Shouldn't have a problem with the red. Oh dear. Oh dear. Took the shot for granted completely, and that is inexcusable. Completely overdrew that shot, did Ricky. That was a golden opportunity to just get onto the black, roll it in, be onto the next red, be that much closer. Now with the black looming over the pocket now, one would feel advantage to the player to make the next red. Ricky, wise decision there, not going for the red that is in the open, but loosening the red, which he'll definitely need to secure this frame, possibly win the match. But a beautiful fine cut to the middle pockets. One would say if Mohammed can get onto the black, that this should now be his frame. Just needs to hold for the red. No, he doesn't. .34 points the difference. Ricky does not require snookers yet. But Mohammed looking to be the favorite here to win this frame. Looked like a completely different player. Played with a lot more confidence and freedom compared to the first two frames. Long straight shots here for Mohammed. These are very tough, but he's got nothing to lose here. Very clever shot being played by Ricky, and I think that is going to leave Mohammed in quite a bit of trouble. So foul committed. So this is a very, very important snooker for Mohammed to get out of. Otherwise, he could see this match come to an end with a golden opportunity for Mohammed. But a great shot by Ricky has left Mohammed in a lot of trouble here. And a great shot, almost making the red. .29 points in it. Again, a lovely little shot by Ricky. Not sure how much of this red he can see, if any. But only see a slither of it. Gets very close once again to making that red. This is a tough shot for Ricky to go for, but one would say that needs to take this opportunity. He can't take into account the fact that Mohammed is staging a slight comeback. He needs to be confident. He is leading 2-0. Bit of fortune there for Ricky. Raise of the hand. Legal contact made though. Ricky won't mind the time running down. Now 30 minutes left in this match. Almost flukes it, but he's now left a shot on for Mohammed, right to the middle pockets. Shot made, and he should get on the black from here. This means Ricky will require snookers. With 30 points the difference, only 27 left on the table. This will be Mohammed's frame to lose. But very close to making that yellow. I don't think that is enough by Ricky. Mohammed really wants to make this green. And he does. "31 points the difference now. One might almost feel that Ricky should concede here. Just in the spirit of the game, I know that he can still make it. Does require 2 snookers. But with time running out, he might just be hoping that he can stretch this for as long as possible. Gets that 1 snooker because snookers are required. Referee can't call a foul and a miss, so Ricky has to play from here. Does call a free ball though. Ricky just having a look over at the scoreboard, doing a bit of math in terms of what is still required. Definitely not what Ricky had in mind, but still okay. 23 points the difference now. Ricky still needs one more snooker. Three points the difference, 22 on the table. Mohammed will just need one of these balls, and I think that would be then safe to call it his frame. Ricky, however, cannot afford to pot all the balls or commit another foul. If he does pot all the balls, he'll be 1 point short. So he needs another snooker. He needs to force Mohammed to make an error. Mohammed does not mind leaving that red over the pockets. One less ball for Ricky to use to try and get a snooker. So now onto the blue. Definitely wants to use this blue to his advantage and try and facilitate a snooker of sorts somewhere. Try and hide behind the black. Can't get there. Is he going to get in behind the black? No, it just pops out too much. Mohammed, one would believe, needs to take on this blue quite aggressively. Needs to try and make it. It's close, but not close enough. And cue ball, that is exactly what Ricky wanted. Pink is still a problem though for Ricky. $18 points on the table. 14 points the difference. So Ricky still needs all three of these balls. Makes the blue, gets nice and close to the pink. This is a very big shot for Ricky. This is not easy though. If he can make the pink though, he'll be guaranteed position for the black. Doesn't need to do anything spectacular with the cue ball. But with the rest, this is tough. Makes the pink. 3 points the difference. Now just needs to drill down this black, and he's got the match 3-0. What a lovely shot. Well done, Ricky. This is the HAL Cup. Big thank you to HAL, our sponsors, as well as My Day Brands and Andy Billiards Cloth. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back around about 2 o'clock for the start of our round 3 matches. Thank you, everyone.